Sometimes a game arrives quietly, but delivers something far beyond what was expected. Whether it's through engaging gameplay, a memorable story, or innovative mechanics, some surprises make every moment unforgettable. Many of these titles go unnoticed, but offer experiences that rival the biggest hits. From strategic combat to exploring fascinating worlds, each one has something unique to offer. If you're looking for something different, this list features games that deserve much more attention. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel, where I bring daily content so you don't miss any detail from the gaming universe. And if you can, please subscribe to help me grow. I'd be very happy from one gamer to another. In first place, we have a game that combines intense action with an engaging and mysterious narrative. Wolfenstein Youngblood places you at the center of a fight against an oppressive regime in an alternate reality. On a mission to take down the enemies, the game offers a cooperative approach, but also maintains its exciting pace when played solo. The dynamic combat and fast-paced rhythm make every mission a race against time. The gameplay is centered around fast gunfights and agile movement, with various weapon and skill options. Combat customization is one of the game's greatest strengths, allowing you to choose your fighting style as you progress. Interacting with AI or other players is essential, as team strategy can be the key to winning difficult confrontations. Each battle requires adaptation, as enemies have behaviors and tactics that constantly challenge your skills. The environment design is impressive, with locations ranging from devastated cities to enemy-controlled military bases. Each setting is carefully crafted, reflecting the atmosphere of a fight for freedom. The narrative progresses consistently, with interesting characters and impactful moments. The game blends action and depth, keeping the focus on battles while developing an exciting plot that continues to evolve. In second place, we have a game that blends action and exploration with a touch of nostalgia. Bloodstained is a 2D platformer that captures the essence of the classic Castlevania games, bringing fluid gameplay and modern mechanics. You explore a castle filled with creatures, puzzles, and secrets, with the goal of defeating enemies and freeing the world from a supernatural threat. The narrative and atmosphere of the game are captivating, keeping the pace constant and engaging. The gameplay is based on dynamic combat and exploration, with a skill system that allows the character to use weapons and magic strategically. The graphics are detailed, with an art direction that blends Gothic style with modern touches, creating a unique atmosphere. Each area of the castle has a distinct design, reflecting different environments and enemies. The animation of the characters and the fluidity of the combat are impressive, with every attack and ability executed well. It's a tribute to the classics, but with a necessary touch to stand out on its own. Next, we have a blend of intense action and impactful choices set in a visually stunning environment. Batora, Lost Haven places you at the center of an epic journey, where every decision can change the fate of different worlds. The narrative is full of twists, challenging the protagonist to make tough choices while exploring rich and varied universes. The story is deep, dealing with themes of sacrifice, courage, and the dilemmas of being overwhelmed by power. The immersion in the plot is constant, maintaining the tension and pace of the adventure. The combat is fast and dynamic, with the protagonist switching between physical attacks and psychic abilities, which require strategic thinking. Each enemy presents a unique challenge, forcing you to constantly adapt and try new approaches. The progression of skills adds a layer of customization, allowing you to shape your combat style to your liking. Each victory opens up new possibilities, keeping the game fresh and interesting. The graphics are vibrant, with an art style that blends fantasy and science fiction in a harmonious way. The worlds you explore are full of details, from lush landscapes to darker environments, with smooth transitions between them. Each setting is designed to enrich the narrative, and the gameplay flows naturally between exploration and combat. Now it's time for a game that blends brutal action with a fantasy universe filled with wars and betrayals. Godfall takes place in a world on the brink of destruction, where a warrior must prevent his own brother from ascending to the status of a god. He must traverse realms inspired by the elements and face lethal armies along the way. The game features a system of special armor that grants unique abilities. Each armor allows you to experiment with new tactics, from devastating blows to reinforced defenses. The arsenal includes long swords, spears, and heavy hammers, ensuring variety in attacks. The environments explore an imposing world, with colossal castles, shining deserts, and lush forests. The design impresses with its richness in detail, creating environments that feel alive. As the journey progresses, new abilities and equipment are unlocked. The search for powerful items becomes essential to face brutal bosses scattered throughout the world. Each victory brings the warrior closer to his final goal, making each confrontation a true test of strength. Now let's talk about a game that brings back the spirit of classic Metroidvanias, with a dark touch and sharp mechanics. Salt and Sanctuary puts you in the role of a shipwrecked soul on a mysterious island, filled with forgotten ruins and terrifying creatures. The game combines deep exploration with demanding combat, where each enemy can be a significant challenge. The story unfolds through fragments scattered throughout the world, leaving room for interpretation. The combat is brutal and technical, requiring every attack and dodge to be calculated. The variety of weapons allows you to adapt your fighting style, ranging from light swords to crushing hammers. Relentless enemies and bosses test your reflexes and patience, making each victory satisfying. The Sanctuary mechanic acts as resting and upgrading points, essential for progressing. Combining RPG and action, the game offers freedom to create unique and specialized characters. The dark, hand-drawn aesthetic gives a unique charm to the decaying and oppressive world. Ruined castles, deep caves, and forgotten temples create a melancholic atmosphere. The lighting and details reinforce the sense of constant danger in each new area explored. The creature design impresses, with grotesque monsters that seem straight out of nightmares. Every new discovery brings secrets and challenges, ensuring an intense journey full of surprises. In sixth place, we have a sci-fi Souls-like that turns a space station into a true nightmare. Hellpoint places the player in an environment corrupted by cosmic forces, where mysterious entities control reality. Something terrible happened in that place, and it's up to you to explore its dark corridors to uncover forbidden secrets. The story unfolds through fragments scattered throughout the world, revealing macabre rituals and failed experiments. The combat is brutal and requires patience, with enemies that attack mercilessly and patterns that need to be studied. Deformed creatures roam the hallways, while giant aberrations protect hidden secrets. The game features an orbital cycle, where the position of the planets alters the behavior of enemies and triggers unexpected events. The arsenal includes technological weapons and brutal blades, allowing for different approaches in battles. The space station is a labyrinth of metallic corridors, profaned temples, and chambers of sinister experiments. Gigantic structures defy logic, with portals distorting space and hidden areas revealing indescribable horrors. The influence of cosmic entities alters the architecture of the place, making exploration unpredictable. Well-hidden secrets lead to terrifying encounters, placing you face to face with forces beyond human comprehension. It's time to explore an action RPG full of style and unexpected challenges. Dungeons of Hinterberg places you in a village hidden in the mountains, where magical dungeons appear, full of secrets. You'll face intelligent puzzles, mystical creatures, and challenges that mix exploration and combat. The story connects the real world to this enchanted universe, bringing mysteries to unravel. The combat is fast-paced, giving you the freedom to choose how to fight, combining direct attacks with special abilities. The enemies are not just obstacles. They require strategy and creativity to be defeated. Beyond the battles, each dungeon brings environmental challenges, such as element-based puzzles and clever platforms. You can use magic to interact with the environment and create new paths. This makes each dungeon have unique mechanics, always surprising you. The visuals are one of the standout features, with vibrant colors and a cel-shading style full of personality. You'll traverse snow-covered mountains, caves illuminated by crystals, and enchanted forests. The village has NPCs that react to what happens inside the dungeons, making the world feel more dynamic. RPG elements allow you to level up your skills to face increasingly demanding challenges. Combining action, exploration, and puzzles, this game always has something new to challenge you. In 8th place, we have the return of a legendary franchise with intense action and incredible acrobatics. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown embraces a Metroidvania style, where new abilities unlock secret paths. The plot revolves around the search for a missing prince, leading to battles against formidable enemies. The combat requires agility and precision, combining dodges, counterattacks, and special strikes at the right moment. The enemies have varied patterns, forcing you to adapt your strategy with each confrontation. Time manipulation abilities create unique possibilities, altering the flow of battles. Challenging bosses appear throughout the journey, requiring quick reflexes and well-calculated strategies. The fluid movement makes each fight and escape electrifying, keeping the pace fast-paced at all times. The setting blends Persian mythology with a world full of details and hidden passages. Ancient cities and forgotten temples hold puzzles that require creativity to solve. The stylized visuals combine vibrant colors with impressive effects, giving the game its own identity. Challenging platforms and clever puzzles make exploration an essential part of the adventure. Combining action and mystery, this new journey keeps the series' legacy stronger than ever. In 9th place, we have a creative game that turns paper into an interactive world. Paper Trail is a unique puzzle game where the entire environment can be folded and manipulated like a sheet of paper. The story follows a young girl on her journey to explore the world beyond her home. You must fold the environment, revealing hidden paths and new possibilities. Each area presents unique challenges, requiring you to think innovatively to move forward. The art style features a hand-drawn look with soft colors and a unique charm. The environments vary from forests to villages to caves, each with delightful details. The narrative is subtly told through the challenges and interactions with the world. The relaxing soundtrack complements the atmosphere, making the journey engaging and captivating. With an innovative concept, the game delivers a unique experience full of creativity. In 10th place, we have a game that challenges the rules of narrative and reality itself. The Stanley Parable puts you in control of a simple office worker, but nothing is as it seems. The game plays with the idea of choices and destiny, taking you down unexpected paths with every decision. An omnipresent narrator comments on your actions, sometimes guiding, sometimes challenging your choices. The result is a journey full of humor, mystery, and questions about free will. The gameplay is based on exploration and decision-making within an apparently ordinary environment. Each chosen path leads to completely different outcomes, some comedic, others disturbing. The narrator reacts dynamically to your actions, creating unpredictable and hilarious moments. The Office, despite its simplicity, hides secrets and passages that change based on your choices. The minimalist design reinforces the idea of a bureaucratic and lifeless world, contrasting with the unpredictable narrative. With sharp humor and clever critique, This game turns even the simplest decisions into something memorable. In 11th place, we have a game that challenges perception and plays with psychological horror. Slay the Princess puts you on what seems to be a simple mission. Enter a secluded cabin and eliminate a princess. However, nothing is as obvious as it seems, and every choice can lead to unexpected outcomes. The narrative adapts to your decisions, creating multiple paths and surprising endings. The game constantly questions your morality and your understanding of reality itself. The gameplay focuses on narrative decisions, where each response drastically alters the course of the story. The dialogue with the princess is one of the central elements, presenting dilemmas that challenge your logic and intuition. Depending on your choices, the princess can be a victim, a villain, or something much worse. Each news cycle brings different discoveries, making it impossible to predict what comes next. The hand-drawn visuals reinforce the dark and unstable tone of the story, creating a sense of unease. The minimalist settings and the princess's expressions change subtly, increasing the tension with every moment. The narrator plays a crucial role, reacting to your actions in intriguing and sometimes threatening ways. The lack of concrete answers makes curiosity and fear walk hand in hand. The result is a unique experience, where the terror comes as much from the unknown as it does from your own decisions. In 12th place, we have an adventure that combines frantic gunfights with a mysterious sci-fi atmosphere. Returnal puts you in control of an explorer trapped on a hostile alien planet, where death is not the end. Every time she dies, the cycle restarts, altering the environment and the dangers around her. The story unfolds in a fragmented way, revealing secrets about the planet and its protagonist. Between colossal creatures and enigmatic ruins, each attempt brings new discoveries and challenges. The combat is intense and fast-paced, blending third-person shooting with bullet hell elements. Enemies attack with colorful projectile patterns, requiring quick reflexes to dodge and counterattack. The weapons have unique variations, from energy rifles to shots that spread across the environment. The game introduces abilities that change as you survive longer. With each cycle, you need to adapt, exploring unknown paths and facing unpredictable threats. The environments create a constant sense of isolation, with alien forests and abandoned temples full of mystery. The bizarre architecture and enigmatic symbols reinforce the idea of a world dominated by the unknown. The dynamic weather and visual effects intensify the immersion, making each environment feel more alive and dangerous. Recordings scattered across the planet help piece together the puzzle of the narrative. Between frantic action and a story shrouded in secrets, the game keeps the tension from start to finish. Next, we have a challenging platformer that tests skill and persistence. Celeste follows the journey of a young woman who decides to climb a mountain full of dangers and mysteries. The path is filled with challenges that require precise jumps and mastery of the mechanics. The story is not just about the physical climb, but also about overcoming fears and limitations. With an emotional plot, each new stage adds layers to the narrative and the protagonist's development. The gameplay is easy to learn, but extremely hard to master, requiring quick reflexes and patience. The game is based on precise jumps, air dashes, and the intelligent use of the environment to progress. Each new section introduces unique obstacles, such as moving platforms and strategically placed spikes. The difficulty increases progressively, but never feels unfair, making each victory rewarding. Dying is part of the process, encouraging constant learning and overcoming. The pixel art visuals are beautiful, with varied settings ranging from dark caves to snow-capped peaks. The dynamic soundtrack adapts to the action, creating moments of tension and relief as you progress. The game also hides secret areas and optional challenges for those seeking an even greater test. In addition to the main campaign, there are extremely difficult stages for the most dedicated players. combining challenge and an engaging story. This journey becomes unforgettable. In 14th place, we have an explosive shooter that delivers intense action and an engaging story. Gears 5 continues the war between humans and brutal creatures, bringing new conflicts and twists. The plot follows a desperate fight to prevent the total destruction of the world. Each mission brings frantic combat, with strategic gunfights and moments of great impact. Between colossal battles and shocking discoveries, the campaign keeps an electrifying pace. The gameplay retains the franchise's classic style, with tactical cover and heavy combat. The arsenal includes assault rifles, devastating shotguns, and powerful experimental weapons. Enemies attack aggressively, forcing you to move quickly and think on your feet. In addition to the campaign, there are cooperative and competitive modes that expand the possibilities. Each confrontation requires precision, strategy, and complete mastery of the battlefield. The environments are varied, ranging from hostile deserts to dark underground facilities. The level of detail in the environments increases immersion, making each location unique and memorable. Destruction effects and particle systems make the battles even more impactful. The narrative delves into the characters and their motivations, bringing emotional moments. Between brutal action and a captivating story, this sequel keeps the franchise at the top. In 15th place, we have an RPG that combines an intense narrative with a striking style. Persona 5 puts you in the role of a student who discovers the ability to explore a supernatural world. Along with other youths, he formed a secret group to face hidden threats in society. The story tackles themes like corruption, identity, and the impact of individual choices. Every day brings new opportunities to strengthen bonds and change the character's fate. The gameplay blends exploration, turn-based battles, and life simulation elements. During the day, you manage your school routine and build relationships with important characters. At night, you invade distorted palaces where powerful enemies hide dark secrets. The combat system is strategic, requiring a combination of physical attacks and special abilities. Capturing and fusing supernatural entities adds depth to the battles. The stylized visuals feature vibrant colors and cinematic animations full of personality. The exciting soundtrack blends jazz and rock, giving a unique rhythm to the adventure. The settings vary from busy streets to surreal dimensions, creating an immersive atmosphere. Each character has their own story, bringing emotional moments and impactful dilemmas. With refined mechanics and an engaging plot, this RPG stands out as one of the best in its genre. In 16th place, we have a strategy game that reinvents the combat of the franchise. Gears Tactics transforms the franchise's intense battles into turn-based encounters full of strategy. In command of a squad, you must eliminate enemy hordes in high-risk missions. The story takes place before the main events, revealing the origin of the fight against a devastating threat. Every move on the battlefield can make the difference between victory and defeat. The gameplay demands planning, with tactical movement and smart use of cover. Each unit has unique abilities, allowing for varied strategies in every situation. Enemies attack relentlessly, forcing constant adaptations during battles. Executions provide strategic bonuses, encouraging an aggressive and calculated playstyle. The fast-paced rhythm makes every confrontation electrifying, deviating from traditional strategy. The environments range from destroyed cities to abandoned military bases, reinforcing the sense of war. The level of detail makes every battle impactful, with real-time explosions and destruction. The franchise's classic arsenal returns, adapted to the tactical style with new possibilities. The narrative brings memorable characters and decisive moments to the series' universe. With intense strategy and brutal action, this game proves the franchise works beyond traditional gunfights. In 17th place, We have a psychological thriller that blends horror and drama in a striking way. Martha is Dead takes place in 1940s Italy, amidst the chaos of World War II. The story revolves around the mystery of Martha's death and the dark secrets of her family. The game explores heavy themes, bringing an intense narrative and disturbing moments. The gameplay focuses on exploration and interaction with objects, allowing you to uncover clues throughout the environment. Photographs and memories help reconstruct the events leading to Martha's tragic fate. The game plays with the player's perception, making it hard to separate reality from illusion. Some choices impact the story's progression, leading to different interpretations of the events. The detailed settings recreate Italian villages and forests, blending beauty with unease. The atmosphere changes as the narrative progresses, becoming increasingly distorted and surreal. The sound design reinforces the psychological horror, using subtle noises and disturbing tracks. The realism in the details makes the experience even more immersive and distressing. With a bold approach and a shocking story, this game doesn't spare the player from intense moments. In 18th place, we have a dark RPG that turns the supernatural into a real threat. Vampyr puts you in the role of a doctor recently transformed into a vampire, struggling with his thirst for blood. 1918 London is plunged into chaos, ravaged by the Spanish flu and shadowy creatures. The story unfolds as you decide who lives and who dies to satisfy your hunger. Every choice has consequences, shaping both the city and the protagonist's fate. The gameplay combines intense combat and a moral choice system that affects the world around you. You can hunt victims to gain power, but this could cause entire districts to collapse. The battles mix physical attacks, weapons, and vampiric abilities to fight both human and monstrous enemies. The game encourages exploration, with secrets and mysteries scattered through dark alleys and abandoned buildings. The duality of being both a healer and a predator brings a constant dilemma to the player. The setting recreates a dark London, full of narrow streets, fog, and an oppressive atmosphere. NPCs have their own stories and routines, making every death feel like a real weight in the narrative. The melancholic soundtrack reinforces the tragic and mysterious mood that dominates the city. The detailed visuals highlight the period's decay, making each location memorable. Between moral dilemmas and brutal combat, this RPG delivers a tense and engaging journey. Continuing, we have a game that expands the universe of one of the greatest sci-fi franchises. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora puts you in the role of a native of the planet, fighting against the human invasion. The story takes place in a new region of Pandora, where the natural balance is under threat. Every action you take influences the resistance and the future of this vibrant world. The gameplay combines exploration, combat, and deep interaction with Pandora's ecosystem. You can traverse dense forests, scale mountains, and fly on winged creatures. The battles vary between stealth attacks and direct confrontations with armed soldiers. The open world is vast, with varied biomes that change with the day and night cycle. The fauna and flora react dynamically, making exploration always surprising. The level of detail creates a living setting, where each region has its unique characteristics. Alien structures and ruins hide secrets that deepen the planet's mythology. Between electrifying battles and moments of contemplation, this journey captures the essence of the movie. Let me know which of these games you've had the chance to play. Did any of them spark your curiosity? And would you add them to your list of upcoming games? We'd love to know which one caught your attention the most. Feel free to share in the comments any game that should have made the list but didn't. If you can, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never be unsure of what to play again. I'm leaving 2 videos on the card, one that I selected for you and another that YouTube chose. Just click on either of the 2 to watch. Big hug, enjoy the game, and see you tomorrow.